What's up, everyone? Drunken Phoenix here. Welcome back. So today we're going to go over people talking about the whole buy now, pay later thing. A lot of you guys, not you guys watching, but a lot of people are abusing the Klarnas and the AfterPays and just buying things that you're not paying and not paying it back. I personally think with buy now, pay later, I think it's a cool tool. I think it should be used for things that are for bigger purchases, such as a vacation, or maybe if you have like an unexpected repair to do to your home. So if you have to buy a refrigerator or a washing machine just suddenly, I think it's good for that as long as you have the money to pay for it. But a lot of people are using it for just everyday items like groceries and clothing, and I just things that I don't feel is really good. I feel like if you're having to use Klarna or Afterpay for grocery, you have some bigger fish to fry. I think, yeah. But anyway, let's get started.
Afterpay is
a
not
comedy. Do you understand what this means?
good. Okay.
Do you understand what this means? I would like you to explain kind of what's happening here.
I'm not paying it right away and I can pay it later.
So this is how I look at this. This is the way you're doing it.
Okay.
You want to go make a purchase.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not going to pay for it all right now, so I'm going to put it on Afterpay
Yeah.
so that I make multiple payments on it.
Yeah.
But instead of you paying off your Afterpay, you then further put it on a credit card, meaning you're delaying the payment twice.
Right.
Okay, this is wild. If you're going to use Klarna or Afterpay, do not put it on a credit card. That's the whole point. The whole point is to, like, you're already getting kind of like a cheap code way out of having to buy something by just, paying it in 4 installments and not immediately. But then this lady is using it on a credit card. Like, people actually do this. This is not the way to use it. Yeah, my mind is blown right now.
You're afterpaying your Afterpay.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Meaning you're never making your payments. You're only stacking up what you owe at any
But
given
then I
time.
end up making payments to my credit card.
Okay, and we know how that goes with just literally one car to go. So what the
If you're going to use your credit card for it, why even use Afterpay and Klarna? Like, look, I'm all for the little man. I'm all for this, for people talking about how the economy is bad and we have all this debt and the government should do something about it and make life more affordable. But it's people like this that really give us, the middle class, a bad rep. Like, there is no excuse for this. At some point, we have to take some personal accountability for our actions and our financial positions.
are you talking about?
Okay.
Okay? What do you mean okay?
Well, I didn't think
if you're
about
not
it
willing
that
to
way.
You didn't think about it
I
after
did not.
literally 2 minutes ago. We were just talking about
You're
it.
supposed to explain it to me, so that's why
I just did.
I know. So now I know.
Okay.
How did she not know that to begin with?
Did you know that Klarna made $3.5 billion last year, but you'll see that they had no profit and actually lost $300 million? Here's what happened. So first, they make $2.5 billion by taking around a 3.3% cut of all Klarna transactions, which merchants are willing to pay because Klarna has been shown to increase conversion. And then $1 billion from interest might look like a lot, but Klarna touched $128 billion in 2025. This is an incredibly small amount, and most Klarna purchases are interest-free. But here's where the bleeding begins.
See, this is going to happen. So if Klarna is taking the laws, that means people like that first lady and you guys that are not paying your Klarna and Afterpay payments, you're going to ruin it. You're going to ruin the good thing that we had. Like, they created a tool where you could pay things in 4 installments without any interest, and some of these people are just not paying it. How is that even possible? I thought isn't your card connected to the Klarna app? But yeah, this is just going to be one other thing that ends up, if not this year or even if not next year, eventually they're going to make it more stricter or make it to where you are paying on interest. So I don't know, but or maybe it just goes away altogether. I don't know, but this is what happens when people abuse the system.
They pay almost $1 billion in payment processing fees. And then they lost $700 million in 2025 from people who simply didn't pay
That is
their buy
crazy.
now, pay later
$700
payments.
million.
And that's an interesting
For
thing
people not
is you
paying.
don't actually have to pay it back. It'll just hit your credit score. It's not like Klarna has a military or something. They spend $300 million to banks to fund the loans that they give people for their Coachella tickets and Chipotle. And then they're spending $500 million.
Who is using Klarna for Chipotle? Come on, people. I could go to Chipotle today. Even today in August 2026, the Chipotle bowl that I get, I just get the chicken bowl, and that's like $10, sometimes less depending on if I'm in the city or the suburbs. But I could get a Chipotle bowl for $10 with everything in it, with rice, chicken, the fajita vegetables, corn, lettuce. I could get it for $10. So how bad do things have to be for you to be using Klarna for Chipotle bowls? Like, this is not what what is your monthly pay, your weekly payment or your bi-weekly payment? Is it like $4 a payment? Are people not paying on that? Like, this is sad, bro.
On research and development, where they're a lovable customer. Their team uses this consumer AI brand to create new products. Where finally they spend $600 million on sales and marketing, and $800 million goes to general and administrative costs like payments to executives, so they could probably make a profit if they want to, but these guys are the ones making the decision, and I don't think they will. One of the crazier companies of the last few years, I personally use it from time to time, interest-free, but I'm financially responsible. There's definitely an argument to be made that these people are preying on poor people. Or maybe they just gave the poorest people $700 million.
It looks like they gave the poorest people $700 million because that's a lot of money. That's almost like around a quarter of the transaction service and revenue, the 2.5 billion. So that's wow.
Dollars.
You see Klarna, yeah, there's nothing wrong with using Klarna. If you're out here, right, piling up so much debt, 5 bills, 8 bills, 1K, 20K, HYLTP to the world and back. HYLTP. I'm so tired of you niggas. Because look, I understand, yeah, you don't have the money for it. You just want to pay it bit by bit. You thinking that, yeah, I'll pay it off in the next 30 days or even before the 30 days. But what if you can't afford it in the 30 days? Like, missing payments? No. Even every time you buy something, it's with Klarna. Don't worry, I'm going to pay it in the next 30 days. No. Stop doing that. Then you just make TikTok videos saying that, oh yeah, guys, I need to pay off this Klarna debt. Like, what? What? How do you want us to? No! Like, there will be people in the comment section that will be like, oh, I feel so sorry for you. I hope you can get through this. What?
People are wow. Like, I guess because I consider myself, I'm not even the best, but I consider myself pretty financially savvy and I feel like I'm just have common sense. I just feel like if I catch myself using Klarna for every other payment every day, and I know I have a whole bunch of debt wrecked up into my balance, I just cannot see a world where I'm just constantly using Klarna for everyday purchases.
What do you want? You want money from me? Because if I give you bread, yeah, you'll probably just get something and use Klarna again. I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all. Listen, use Klarna responsibly, yeah? The Klarna debt is not a joke.
Consumers are increasingly turning to buy now, pay later programs as a convenient way to buy everyday items. But experts say missing payments can create a debt trap. 29% of buy now, pay later users said they used these short-term installment loans to buy groceries, more than double the rate of 2 years ago, according to a Lending Tree survey. 18% used these loans for car repairs and 13% to pay their rent. Nearly half of Americans say they've used a BNPL service, including 10%.
I do not think people should be using the buy now, pay later to pay for rent. It's either you got the money for rent or you don't.
Who have done so 6 or more times. Ashley Reed became a frequent user after maxing out credit cards to help pay medical expenses for her mom. She says it's a vicious cycle.
I can't get caught up, and then when I do pay it and something else comes up, or okay, now I've spent all my money, now I need groceries. So, okay, let me go use the buy now, pay later to get groceries. So it's like that balance is never going away.
Reed says she has not missed a payment, but nearly half of BNPL users, 47%,
Well, at least she
say
hasn't missed
they
a payment.
have been late on a payment in the last year.
I guess
Missing
medical
payments,
debt,
which
that
can be
that
due
could be a
every 2
valid
weeks in
reason, I
some
guess.
plans, is costly, with interest and financing fees up to 36%.
Our analysis shows that when you start to fall behind on buy now, pay later, that can make a small loan turn into something that looks more like a payday loan. It's the equivalent of an interest rate of 100% APR or more because you have these late fees that stack on top of each other.
However, the majority of buy now, pay later repayments are not biweekly. Typically, borrowers use a pay in 4 plan, and the Financial Technology Association says splitting the cost of a purchase into 4 installments with 0 to low interest is smart money management, not financial risk.
FICO and Klarna just got off the phone and they finna snitch on you. You did hear this from me. They finna snitch on you. Why they finna snitch on you? Because FICO told Klarna and AfterPay and all of them buy now, pay later places. They said we just had letting you know that when fall come around, all of them people that didn't pay, all them people that's behind that thought that they can go on, get their little seafood boils, thought they can go to the Caribbean, thought they can go to Jamaica, and they can play with you. You give me their names right now. Give me all of their names, give me their information, give me when they put out the debt, when the debt was supposed to be paid, what they haven't paid, because I'm finna lower that credit score. FICO said, you will not sit around here and tell me you got a 700 credit score.
Well, the thing is, I think people that are not paying this back, I don't think they care about a credit score.
Klarna says otherwise. When Klarna says you don't pay your debts.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there. So that's a bit of a stretch. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. How do you guys feel about Klarna and AfterPay and just people abusing it? And what do you think would be a solution to have this situation resolved where people are not just abusing it? Because I like Klarna. I've used it in the past for things like I said, if I want to go take a trip if I want to go on vacation, I'll use it just because I may not want to see all the money come out all at once, but best believe I have the money for it. I could afford it, but yeah, I just think it's only a matter of time before they make things stricter or add more interest fees and stuff like that. So let me know what you all think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.